Hey up everyone, welcome to a new video. It's a beautiful summer's morning. I'm just going to be having a mooch around. On this particular permission, there's a lot of disused buildings. It attracts a lot of different quarry. So I'll be sneaking around. Let's see what's on offer. If you watch how I'm stalking around, I'm trying to be light on my feet. I'm conscious of every footfall. Scanning ground, scanning in front of me, and scanning around me. Occasionally I'll pause and just take in the sight and sounds and see if anything presents itself to me. I slowly approach this doorway. I have a little peek through, trying to conceal most of my body. There's a grass area around about 30-35 yards in front of where I'm looking. It's often frequented by rabbits. Something's caught my eye. I'm getting ready to take a shot. That was a successful shot. Bit of thrashing about, but that rabbit soon come to rest. A tricky shot, because I was shooting into back of head and I was resting on a wall. I'm happy with that. It's a good start to morning's adventures. Hey everyone, just have a little walk around. Managed to bag a rabbit. There's not much around stalking wise. Couple of tips here when you're stalking. Take your time, watch your footfalls, walk 5-10 yards, stop, pause, listen, look around you, see what's around, and then proceed again. Keep walking, but just keep stopping, starting and listening to what's going on. You'll get a little bit of success. I could hear this water source trickling away and it intrigued me, so I went for a closer look. Does anyone know what it is, what it's there for and what its purpose is? stalking down this stone wall, but it's really hard to be quiet. A lot of crunchy twigs, a lot of pine cones that have fell from trees. Make my way nice and steady, keeping into shadows. And see if anything takes my eye. I weren't expecting to catch a magpie out. It looked like a breeding pair. It's a nice bonus today for me. Usual rifle for me today. Air Arms Ultimate Sporter, .177 caliber, sub 12 foot-pound. That works tuned, and it's top weight ATN 4K Pro 3x14. I'm shooting JSB Exacts 10.34 grain this morning. A sling on, put it on his shoulder, take weight while he's stalking. Now when it comes to taking your shot, your arms are nice and relaxed. The one that got away. I decided to head on up to the top part of permission. See if there's anything out there that's ventured out into open. As I approached as slow as I could, this grey squirrel caught my eye. I caught it taking a little sip of water from water source, but it didn't hang about long enough for me to get a shot off. Here's the second one I tracked in a similar area, or just about the same area. Again, straight off, ducks into cover, another opportunity lost. While I've been walking round, having a stalk, found a shed here. It's going to make perfect new squirrel hide. I've been tracking a few squirrels around this area. When them stones are there just after the fence, looks like that's a water source. So I've got squirrels, I've got water, and I know there's rabbits on this banking as well. So I'm thinking that shed, I'll turn it into an hide. It's going to be a productive area. After checking out that new area, I decided to head back down into a central position in this permission. Area that's been productive so far. So just a nice steady stroll. Pausing along the way, just seeing what's around me. And just taking in what's a beautiful morning really. This was one of them months where I didn't feel under any pressure to achieve anything. It was just a gentle stroll, and just out to enjoy myself. Nice relaxed environment. And whether I got a small bag or a big bag at the end of the day, I was just determined to enjoy my time out. So as I walk down this path, something catches my eye on the other side of the wall. So nice and slowly, nice and steadily, I try and get myself into position. A nice successful shot. You're just watching a slow motion replay. Lovely heart and lung shot. And as soon as this bird come to rest, I was thinking how I could cook it up. Garlic butter that I made recently from wild garlic. Pan fry this breast meat. Should be a lovely, simple, quick meal for myself. Well, that turned out to be the last shot at morning. Like I said, not overproductive. It was nice to get a rabbit in bag. There's a problem with rabbits on this permission, and they're eating young saplings from trees that have been planted. So I need to come back here soon before all young bunnies that are born start causing further problems. So keep looking out. You'll see another video from me shortly where I'm just targeting rabbits. Here they are when I've got them home at cabin. Nice buck rabbit that went on to a mate for his tea. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Nice. Nice.
Morning everyone. Saturday morning, beautiful morning, started off a bit fresh, but I'm sat in this like cocoon-eyed, foliage is just starting to grow up now around it, so another month, we're nice and concealed, better concealed than what it is now. Just watching the city tree that's in front of me at 25 yards. I'm expecting crows, magpies, wood pigeon, rooks. Some branches a bit obscured. I'm gonna have to thread my pellet and be careful. Right inside of trees, quite well obscured, and once that foliage grows even more, that side of the tree will be off limits unless I can prune. It's about a 15-foot tree. If I can prune some of the top branches off that, and make it a bit more productive here, because I do tend to favour the back edge of that tree. Right, I'm set up. Let's see what happens. Some quarry I might encounter today is the wood pigeon. A massive agricultural pest in UK, destroying crops, and they're destroying crops in a nearby area. And that's the purpose of today's control methods. Along with them, this area is frequented by rooks. Although these could do a lot of good, eating ticks and stuff like that, they're still predators of songbirds and nestlings. Before session got underway, I took a practice shot. You can see accuracy at ultimate sporter. I'm wearing a ghillie suit today in hide, and you can see that extra cover that it gives me. It blends me in. These are perfect in summer. You can wear them on top of loose clothing and keep nice and cool while you're in your hide. First quarry I encountered this morning were a wood pigeon. Took that way nice, next shot, and he had it go crash into woodland floor. Perfectly dispatched, and really good, pleasing start to the morning session. This is where I'll be shooting from this morning. You'll have seen this hide before a couple of times. Got like meshing round them up, in that all this hawthorn and stuff starts to grow around it. Probably will this summer. And I just shoot through that gap there. A bit of foliage. Hides me from sun. Hides me movement. What a beautiful shot. This will brighten up any summer's morning. Sun just peering through hedgerow. Absolutely beautiful. A magical sight. As air gunners, you get times of frustration. And these three magpies certainly provided that. I was just trying to get lined up. Got a couple of twigs in the way of that magpie. I couldn't quite get a shot off quick enough. And one of its mates soon takes off. I was sat there and I saw this plane flying overhead, and it started to make me daydream of summer holidays. I know we all missed out last year, and it looks like majorities will miss out again this year. They give me a little bit of hope for the future. I can't wait to get on one of them big birds. Earlier on in the video, I mentioned that my view was obscured. As you can see, I just hit a twig in front of that crow, and it flew on to live another day. It's early summer, late spring. Everything's breeding, everything's pairing up. I watch this cock pheasant and hen pheasant courting along hedgerow. As an air gunner, you have to show patience, wait for your opportunities. When they do arise, we shoot precision weapons, and we have to be clinical and play our part in that. I'd noticed a few rooks flying overhead. I'm anticipating that one might land into a tree, so I'm just waiting for my opportunity. Took that one nice and clean. I heard it thump as it hit woodland floor. I'm pleased to get another corvid in bag. Yep. Just quick run through a kit I'm using today. Ultimate Sporter, .177 caliber, sub 12 foot-pound, and it's Ratworks tuned. Usual scope, ATM 4K 3x14. That's day and night scope. Obviously we're shooting it day to day, so it's on day mode. Fantastic setup. Can't fault it, never lets me down. Air arms are so reliable. Q-Tech silencer on end makes it whisper quiet. I'm shooting JSB Exacts 10.34 grain. They make short work at crows. So let's get to it. Less talking, more shooting. This tree's proving quite productive this morning. I'm getting lined up on another corvid. It's really difficult to get that clear shot. I'm trying to thread it through branches. I just can't find a way through. Very similar situation to this crow. By the time I got lined up, they'd spotted a bit of movement and moved off. I had a little bit of scare inside. I could hear some dashing about, and 3 hares actually running, and one were no far away than 2 foot away from me. This hare weren't in any danger. If it had been during winter, I'd have probably took one for pot. It was clear that they were mating and courting. So I just tracked it, tried to capture a little bit of footage for you, and watched it disappear into hedgerow. great to feel that dappled sunlight penetrating through hide and warming up my body. I spotted another corvid landing to a tree. I'm taking aim. It helps me out by moving a bit further up. Took that with a nice clinical heart and lung shot. Here's a slow-mo. Thankfully it went a little bit higher, which provided me a clear path through. That's how devastating a 10.34 grain pellet is out of a sub 12 foot-pound rifle that's been tuned. Clinically precise and humanely dispatched. This following clip is an example of not quite threading your pellet cleanly. You can see the clip branch in front deflected off. That corvid lived for another day. Beautiful to listen to songbirds in full song, enjoying summer warmth like we all do. I've noticed another wood pigeon. It's coming to a tree just slightly further away, about 30 yards. It's really difficult to pick a clear shot. If you can't get a clear shot, try and adjust your body. Put yourself in a position where you think you can hit them vitals. Just lining up. Again, I'll make some more slight adjustments and movement. Just want to see a little bit more of that breast and be confident before I release my shot. That bird flew for about 5 yards, come crashing onto the footpath to my left. Another clean kill. This wood pigeon's presenting a better shot. That bird was dead before it hit ground. Can't emphasise enough how clinical these weapons are in right hands. As you can see from that footage, that was a perfect heart and lung shot, crossed straight through body. Before bird had even flipped round. You could tell it was humane. And as hunters, that's what we should be striving for on every shot. So overall, not a bad morning. This is what I could recover. Got 3 woodies for the table. And a rook. Three nice meals. This can go in Edgefoot Fox, no use for me. But I've saved a few songbirds this year. They're going off at pot. Here's a quick clip, a weekend previous, and a shot on a wood pigeon. Fluttered on 1 or 2 yards, come to rest. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at next video. Well, spring's well and truly in the air. In fact, it's early summer in UK. So it's prime time to start targeting COVID. On this morning's session, I'll be taking a look for some crows. It's that time of year when all birds are starting to breed, starting to nest. And if you don't keep crows in particular under control and permissions, they'll soon decimate livestock, young birds, nestlings. You can see from this footage, that's a 2-for-1 meal for that crow. So I'll be targeting this hedgerow. Let's see what happens. I've only been at hedgerow for about half an hour. The first customer arrives, sat on an open branch. I just adjust my sticks. I get ready to take aim. That were a nice start to my session. One crow in bag. Morning everyone. Just sat in like an hedgerow this morning. With a ghillie suit on. Not wearing a hood, there's no need for that. I've got the usual snud. Pull that up. Just got a chair. I'm in hedge and hedgerow. Got my shooting sticks. What I'm doing is, crows like to frequent these trees. So, as they're coming in, I'm doing my best to snipe them. But there's quite a lot of branches in way, and my view's a bit obstructed this morning, so it's not best place to be shooting from, but I've had a little bit of success. So let's see what rest of morning brings. In the UK, COVID numbers are actually quite out of control. They're way overpopulated, and that's due to our liking for fast food, carrion that's being killed on road kills. So it's important we try and reduce these populations and keep them at a manageable level. For those that are new to the channel, usual rifle for me, Ultimate Sporter, .177 caliber, sub 12 foot-pound. It's top weight 18 4K Pro scope 3x14, and this rifle's been Ratworks tuned. Absolutely fantastic rifle. Fantastic before, but even better now it's been tuned. When you're targeting crows or corvids, it's not always about big bags. It's about just chipping away, making opportunities for yourself. They're very clever animals. It's always satisfying, even if you get 1 or 2 in bag. I've noticed some more movement in tree, so let's see what's happening. That second crow in bag. You put it into a little bit of perspective. 2 crows shot so far. That could have saved maybe 24 young chicks this season. Get your local songbird population a fighting chance. Thanks to general licenses in UK, we have the ability and the opportunity to control COVID in the UK. This time of year, they target livestock, namely young lambs. And it doesn't take a murder of crows long to make short work of young lambs, as you can see from this image. I'm really pleased with how morning's going so far. Got a couple of crows in bag. I spotted another one high up on branches. Let's see if I can make it an hat trick. Well, that third crow brought my session to a finish. I'm pleased with my work. I'm using a bit of footage here just to show you that how important it is to control these COVID species in UK. If you want to see songbirds in hedgerows, then I implore you to get out. If you're able to, if you have the skill set, let's get out there. Let's give these little critters a fighting chance of survival this summer. In this video, you see me shooting crows. Now we have to, like I said before, these populations need careful management, but that don't mean that I don't admire these birds. They're clever, they're cunning, and as clever as a 4 or 5 year old child. That's what makes it challenging and rewarding at the same time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next video.